Assalamu alaikum. In this tutorial, I will walk you through what detox calls can look like. First of all, I just want to make the distinction of what lantern calls are versus what detox calls are. So while lantern calls are a little bit more topic focused because they may follow an article and they may kind of revolve around the themes of an article used from the lantern newsletter, the detox calls are a little bit more of a general check-in and they are optional. So while the lantern calls are meant to be weekly calls, detox calls can be on a need-by-need basis. So as you're going into these detox calls, you're also supplied with different questions that you can use, different prompts that can really flourish a conversation between you and the revert. So these are just some of these questions under different themes like faith journey, learning and practice, and relationships. You can pull from these different questions, especially if it's a first call, you can try to pull from different themes. But as you're getting to know the revert more and more, you'll know where they might need a checkup on and where it might be helpful to ask questions about their journey. And as you're starting these calls, you can just start with, how are you doing? Or how are you arriving to our time together today? It's important to set the intention of what these calls are, and a good question to ask here is, what are your best hopes for our time together today? Throughout these calls, you may be able to ask between 2 to 4 different prompts, just based on where the conversations go. And something important to keep in mind as you're kind of flowing through these different conversations and these different prompts is to look for these points of need and struggle. So if you're catching these areas where you feel the revert may be struggling, it might be helpful to ask, would this be something helpful to explore further together? And that leaves an avenue for them to really explore the areas where they might benefit from support. At the same time, it's also important to kind of keep a lens of seeing the areas of strength and support in the revert's life, because it can be helpful to privilege already existing supports and resources in their life. As you're coming to a close with these detox calls, you can just ask, how are you leaving our time together today, and what resonated for you or what stood out for you during this call? Just remember that these calls can be customized based on the revert's needs and where they feel like they're at.